Hello, people. How's it going? Welcome to stream. Welcome. Arsenal is into the semifinals. We have made it. Yes, we have made it. We have done it somehow. We have made it into the semifinals of the Champions League, where we are going to face no one else other than, of course, Atletico Madrid. Which is going to be very interesting. Just like last year, we are facing a team that we beat quite comfortably in the group stages. Let's see what happens now, because looking at this, let's be real, we kind of have a bit of a PTSD for that, definitely. And against Atletico Madrid, it's going to be much harder than people actually expect. People say, oh, we just beat them in league stage, we're going to do this again. Well, how did PSG work out for you all last year? So Atletico Madrid is going to be a tough task to another manager who is going to play till the end and who's going to shut everything down. Last year as well, when we got Real Madrid in Champions League, right? We were talking about this because we had a chance to also get Atletico Madrid at the same time. And obviously, for me personally, I said that Real Madrid would be much more handy opponent for Arsenal overall than Atletico Madrid. And, well, it turned out to be true, let's be real. But right now, we are going to face them. And obviously that's up in 2 weeks. So it's going to be, there is some time basically. But right now we need to talk about this. We need to talk about the performance. We need to talk about players. And we need, obviously, already slowly but steadily divert the attention to the Sunday game. The big Sunday game where, well, so to speak, do or die type of situation going on. Let's just put it that way. Arsenal versus Man City. But yeah, people, before we get into all that, smash the likes, subscribe if you're new. Let me know your thoughts about the Champions League performances, what you expect from Atletico Madrid game, and of course, what do you expect on Sunday in the live chat, people. Come on, let's do this. Big up PW, big up here. Hope you're doing well today. Big up Kwame. Long time no see, brother. Long time no see. It will be another trophyless season. I have written off our chances for honors. Not gonna lie, I kind of have done the same. I did that already in August. If you remember, I said that Arsenal are going to finish trophyless this season. Yeah, it was rough times. Was quite heavily abused and called names. But hey, right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking too great, is it? Let's just put it that way. Overall, 100%. Big up Dreadly. Big up. Slow, soulless, and stupid. Like that stupid one is a very interesting comment. I'm not gonna lie, the stupid one. But overall, it was very slow. It was very pragmatic. It wasn't safe. I cannot say it was safe, because it definitely wasn't safe. But ultimately, yesterday's game was ideal for Mikel Arteta, because we all know that our attack is struggling. And Arteta doesn't want to attack if it means taking unnecessary risks. And yesterday, we didn't have to attack. We had to basically sit back, see what happens, what develops, and if we get a chance, hit them on a counter. Yes, we caught life a few times. I'm not going to lie, we caught life a few times. They also hit the post, just like they did in Lisbon and everything. But at the same time, this was the perfect game for Arteta. He could sit back, he could not attack, and he can see what happens, what develops at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it. But ultimately, yeah, it definitely wasn't a great watch. I'm lucky enough, I have multiple screens, and I was watching also the Real Madrid game at the same time. Because if I had to watch only Arsenal game, I would be absolutely drained from boredom. No, filled with boredom, because it wasn't exciting. One shot on target through the 90 minutes plus added time. One shot on target. This game already, on at least on social media, has been deemed as one of the worst Champions League games in recent years. That says it a lot. Definitely, that says a lot. Big up Hypotengus. Big up. Like, that says a lot, doesn't it? And Declan Rice plays fully injured. Let's be real. There's no other way to describe this, to sugarcoat this, and there's no other way to say anything else but Declan Rice is injured. He's playing injured. We are risking with his health, short-term and long-term. We are risking him before the World Cup, and we are risking him for the next season. Because the way he was playing yesterday, now we've been talking about this for the longest time, that Declan Rice is injured, and he's playing injured. No wonder he went to England international duty, and Tuchel did nothing with him. Let's be real. So ultimately, at the end of the day, we are playing with fire. To the maximum extent, we are playing with fire, and we actually could be big time screwed if Declan Rice goes down. Because Declan Rice didn't take as many set pieces, didn't take long set pieces, wasn't running as much. He was a bit limping. You could see the face of pain as well at times when he was getting up, when he was walking even and everything. So Declan Rice is definitely not it. And not only Madueke is injured as well. So go figure who's going to be even available for Sunday. Because at the moment, looks like Mikel Arteta will play right wing at this stage. I'm not going to lie. City will win on Sunday. I'm not going to lie. As much as it pains me to say this, I think so too. Unfortunately, I think so too. Big up, Richard. Big up, big up, big up. Just the only confirm what I have thought all season in that we will win nothing under this manager. Fact. At the end of the day, fact. Home, Champions League, Arteta before the game. Oh, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Yes, we're going to do this. I believe. I'm hot. I'm fire. And at the end of the day, we see more movement from glacier icebergs. Let's be real. We see more movement from glacial icebergs, and they are harder than Mikel Arteta. So at the end of the day, this performance didn't instill any excitement, expectations, hope, or expectations for Sunday game. Well, besides a loss. Let's just put it that way. I'm not gonna lie. On a positive note, that will have a silver lining, I think, the end of Arteta. Yeah. If the rumors are true that Arteta is sacked if he doesn't win Premier League or Champions League, well, good for us anyways. Who's your choice to take over from Arteta? Enrique, Flick, Simeone. Those three. Enrique, Flick, and Simeone. Yeah. Not in any specific order, by the way. Just Enrique, Flick, and Simeone. There could be also Mancini and Conte on the list and stuff like that, but I'm not too sure. We had nothing in front of goal again yesterday. Yeah, we had absolutely nothing. Zilch, nada, zip, nothing. Seriously, like watching Arsenal, it's basically just watching a game where it's like watching slow motion, basically. You know, when you make a video or you film something and you want to put it out as a clip on TikTok or something and you slow it down like massively and it looks like it's slow motion and everything. That's what looking Arsenal is like. And yeah, I remember that stream when you said we were going trophyless, and the following day I bet on us to win the league, and after Sunday double down. So we'll see. It's either a trophy or a manager. We are leaving with something. Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah. It's a win-win type of thing, kind of. I remember wait, let me read this again. I remember that scene when you said, I bet on us to win the league. What's the payout? Actually, like, if it's not a too sensitive information, if you don't want to reveal, it's all good. But what's the payout if we win the league, depending on how much you put? What were the odds on this? Because if it's like a 6.8 and something like that, I don't know. Like, it depends. Fully depends. What was the payout then? We lived this process and find margins, guys. It's finally coming to an end, and those margins will finally tip in our favor, guys. Remember, scared money don't make money, guys. Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah. But the issue is, if Kroenkes want to keep him, they can keep him as well. That's the nuts part. They can always find a loophole. They can always find a change. They can always find something just to basically justify him staying at the end of the day. Because if they don't want to pay Arteta off for the last year of the contract, that he has to stay. If they don't want anyone else, he has to stay. If they can't find a suitable, and I put it in quotation marks because with Kroenkes you never know, replacement, well, Arteta stays. So there are lots of variables that actually are playing into this, and it's very worrying that even though if we go trophyless again this season, there is a possibility that Arteta will be here next year. And if that is the case, oh God, help us all. Enrique for you. Interesting. I would love Enrique at Arsenal. The thing is, though, I'm not too sure he will want to leave. There are rumors as well that he's going to sign a new deal at PSG. So it looks like he might be off the table. Unless he has already, unless there is still room and Andrea Berta can do something there. or we get him basically despite everything we pay out the contract. Either three would jump at the chance to exactly. That's the nuts part. Hansi Flick, if I'm not mistaken, is getting like 8-9 million at Barcelona. Wait, let me check this actually. Hansi Flick salary at Barcelona. Yeah, he's earning 9 million. Between 9 and 11 million euros, which is about 8 million pounds. So Hansi Flick at Barcelona is getting half, basically, what Mikel Arteta is getting at Arsenal. Seriously. Who else did I say? Hansi Flick, Enrique, and Simeone. Well, Simeone is obviously more paid than Arteta. And Enrique at PSG is getting 9.6 million pounds. So 1.5 times less than Mikel Arteta. Somehow Arteta is getting more than anyone else, and he's winning less than anyone else combined. Like, that makes no sense, but it is what it is. Big up, Cooper. Big up. What the hell was that yesterday? I give every player a 2 as a 5. Arteta negative 6.5 million. Well, I don't know what it was yesterday. But as I said in the beginning of the stream, it was the perfect game for Arteta. Because we all know that Arteta is safe, pragmatic, don't want to take any chance or any risks. And coming back with 1-0 lead from Lisbon, Arteta didn't have to attack, he didn't have to take any risks, and he didn't have to do much, technically speaking. He just could he could just sit back, see what happens, and see how it unfolds. So obviously we got lucky. We caught life that Sporting Lisbon hit the post. They didn't have better finishers in certain instances, but at the end of the day, well, there we are. We are in the semifinals. We are playing against Diego Simeone and potentially for our future manager, depending on how things go. Think about it that way. It's going to be a huge payout. Remember, at the beginning of the season, Liverpool was the favorite, and after City beating Chelsea on Sunday, the odds skyrocketed on them now. I'm not wavering. I'm like, the nuts part is, like, you could actually put a bet on 3 teams at the same time, and it doesn't matter which one goes through, you will make profits. Like that, if I'm not mistaken, that's how insane the odds were on because if you put it on Liverpool and they don't win it, Arsenal win it or City win it, no matter what, the odds basically just the multiplier is so insane that they're gonna cover everything and then some about 10 times, if not 100 times. If I'm not, I was looking at it at the beginning of the season. It was actually crazy. If we do win nothing and Arteta stays, I'm checking out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in the same boat. And that really begs the question, if Arteta stays when we win nothing, what I'm going to do with this channel? Seriously, what am I going to do with this channel if Arteta stays if we win nothing and Arteta stays? Any suggestions? What annoyed me last season when we were trophyless, Arteta should have been sacked, but they give him another contract. It is ridiculous. Romano reported that Arsenal are in talks about new contract, that Arsenal aren't looking. When? When did Fabrizio Romano say that? I need to see this. Where did he say that? Do you have a link or something, or do you have any place, Twitter, Instagram, something? Smash the likes, people, by the way, and subscribe. Yeah. I might think of doing a third bet after City game because I doubt we'll get result, and I think with the odds will be then I'll take the team with points ahead than games in hand. Yeah, I absolutely get it. Absolutely get it. Rather at this stage, rather have points on board than games in hand. 100% without shadow of a doubt. The thing is, for me personally, that would hit differently if it wasn't Man City. Arteta's win record in April is 41%. 41%. If you look at the other side of the coin, Pep Guardiola's win rate in April is 79%. So basically, pretty much 2 times bigger. That is actually kind of insane. If you think about it, Pep's ability is 2 times bigger. Well, no argument, no questions about that. It is what it is. Declan is not fit. He 100% is injured. Tuchel said himself that Declan Rice has been carrying an injury for a while. God knows for really how insane that is. 3-0 City. Like, I hope it's not, but based on how we play in Premier League and how toothless we are and how spineless we are, and Arteta most likely is going to set up defensively, not actually attacking, we could be looking at another that 22-23 season type of 4-1 when Rob Holding scored type of situation. And if that happens, like, it's over. For me personally, whichever team wins it on Sunday is going to win the league. And I said that the team that's going to win the Carabao Cup is going to gain a massive advantage towards the league. And then I said the team that's going to win that derby on April between us and City is going to win the league. And I fully stand by that. I fully and utterly stand by that. The thing is, though, Arteta played for a draw yesterday. Well, he didn't have to do anything else, to be honest. Like, that is the biggest thing. As much as I hate to admit this, but this was the perfect game for Arteta. He didn't have to do anything. He could have played for a draw. The result was in our favor. Obviously, if we conceded, it would be Peakham's, right? But we didn't. We kept a clean sheet and everything. So, yeah. Turn into a gaming channel or some other interest. I don't want to do gaming channel. I used to have a gaming channel with about over 1,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, I had to delete it due to certain reasons. I don't want to do gaming. I'm too old for gaming as well. Like, I could not be sitting here for hours grinding a game out anymore. Not that type of person. I've grown. I've changed. Let's just put it that way. We're getting cooked Sunday. I think today. Today? Interesting. We're getting cooked on Sunday. I kind of expect that. Kind of expect that as well. All good. Don't worry. Don't worry. All good. No, it's not 4. It's 41%. In all competitions, it's 4%. 41%, sorry. Big up, Wahaha. Big up. Big up, Leeds. To be honest, no disrespect, Wahaha. I'm just going to say this. I'm happy that Leeds won. But only for the due sheer reason is the fact that Spurs were just behind them for relegation battle. And with Leeds winning, they pulled away because the Spurs lost. That's the only reason why. I want Leeds to stay up. I'm in the same boat with you guys. I'm not interested in watching Arsenal ball after the season. Yeah, if Arteta stays, I'm piecing the scene. I just don't know what I'm going to do with the channel. Because I work hard. I work every single time and everything. Like, I manage my work, family, and everything so I can stream pretty much every single day in the evening. Like, I don't know what I will do with the channel. I literally have zero idea. Seriously. Let me show you this. There it is. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the thing. This is for Wahaha, who is saying the 4%. These are the win percentages of Arsenal versus Man City. Well, Arteta versus Guardiola in months in Premier League. These are the percentages, basically. Manchester City has won the LC, and now they will win the Premier. If they can do domestic treble, Man City. How insane is that? Man City have gone from a laughing stock in the beginning of the season to a potential treble, domestic one. Arsenal have gone for the quadruple to nothing. Like, the turnaround is wild. You sound like you know a thing or two of the games, are you in it? I told man to lay the over on Madueke again for 15 plus touch sporting, and I hit again. Big up to you. I do. Like, I know the combined parlays and the handicaps and the Asian ones and everything. I know a thing or two about this stuff. Yeah, definitely. I do some of this stuff myself on occasion. I have had some wins. I have had some very painful losses, and mostly because of Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. If I can tell you this much, that thanks to Arsenal, last season or season before, I lost 2 grand from €10 bet. Thanks to Arsenal drawing against Everton or something, I lost 2 grand. It wasn't early cash out option or anything. It was just full on, and the combined one was working brilliantly. I only needed Arsenal to win. They decided to draw, and basically, yeah, I lost 2 grand like that. Just thanks to Arsenal. Like, that's insane. That's why I never bet on Arsenal. By the way, never. Big up, yeah, big up, handler, big up, big up, big up. Arsenal would qualify. It wasn't too difficult to see, though. Yeah, the semis are a different story. Atletico Madrid is different type of breed. Atletico Madrid is gonna eat us alive, because it's not gonna be the same Madrid. It's not gonna be the same Madrid we saw in the group stages, just like it was with PSG last year and everything. It's gonna be absolutely insane. In April, he's won 1 game in the last 5 years in April, and that was no. Hasn't won a game in the Premier. That he has. He has, I think. Arteta should have gone last season. He should have gone 2 seasons ago, even. Let's be real. The other thing is, if we did win something, then that pretty much guarantees he would stay, and I don't want that. That is the irony in all of this. We want trophies, but we also want Arteta gone. So if Arteta wins a trophy, we get a trophy. However, Arteta stays. But if we don't win trophies, we are sad that we haven't won anything. On the other hand, we're happy that Arteta has gone. So it's a win-win, lose-lose. Win-lose type of situation. No matter how you look at it, you're going to gain some, you're going to lose some. And at a certain stage, it just comes to a point where you have to pick the lesser of the 2 evils. Let's just put it that way. Football 365 reported Mano 3 days ago. Not sure how. Yeah, Football 365. Sometimes, yeah. I get what you mean. I absolutely get what you mean with that. Football 365. On occasion, I go there, I read the news and everything 100%. Yeah, I know what you mean. Why don't you cover some betting on the channel? Well, the thing is, first things first, I don't promote gambling. No matter how you look at it, I don't promote it. Sometimes I have some cash lying around. I just do it for fun on occasion. But just like with gaming, when I had the gaming channel, I had actually a sponsorship deal with proposed to me. But since it was sort of a gambling, 18 plus and all this stuff, I just said no. And arguably one of the biggest mistakes of my life, because the numbers were astronomical they offered. At the same time, if I'm going to be responsible for someone ruining their own life, I don't want that on my conscience, ever. Hence why I never promote gambling at all. Yes, I do it myself, responsibly. Sometimes I just look at, for example, events ahead, maybe World Cup, and I set, let's just say, 20 or 50 aside, just so I can put it, maybe spread it around to cover all the bases, just in case something goes wrong, I can break at least even or close to that. Otherwise, I just, no. I don't indulge into this to affect other people's lives, and many times in a very negative way, because there's a very fine line in the betting and gambling in general between common sense and addiction. Very, very fine line. So, yeah. I just don't know where these numbers are from. Like, the ones I showed were from BBC, so it should be somewhat believable, right? I share your penny, also lost more than you, but in Forex. Stay away from that. Yeah. It is very annoying. It is very annoying when, let's just say, you put the parlay or combined on about, let's just say, 8 things, right? The more you put on, the less chance you're gonna get it. However, the payout is high risk, high reward type of thing, right? But when you, let's just say, you see about, you put on 10 those and 9 go through, And in the 93rd minute, Arsenal pulled the dumbest shit in the world, pretty much. And we draw because of that. And you lose just endless chunks of money for regular people, right? Or month's salary, so to speak. If not 2 months' salary, it's actually kind of painful. I'm not gonna lie. Big up, Oziange. Big up, big up, big up, big up. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. The Robbo and Kwame debate: how long are we going to be trophyless under this manager who hasn't got a clue? Well, until he goes, then he's gonna be the next club's problem. Don't give a damn. Don't give a damn afterwards. Let's just put it that way. The nuts part is, I actually believe that Arteta is gonna win trophies as a manager in his future. I just don't think it's gonna be at Arsenal. It's gonna be a different club. Genuinely, I believe he's gonna win trophies. It's just not gonna be at Arsenal. Unfortunately for us. Let's just put it that way. You can individual props. Outcomes is always often hard to do. Would work only if you do the selective games, maybe, but you on football? Nah, I do different ones. I don't do games only. I go goals, corners, red cards even. Somehow I have a knack on occasion for the red cards. Both teams to score or goal or an assist and stuff like that. Because there are certain players that are guaranteed. And if you put the right combination, let's just say, especially with the multiplier, if you put on the getting some goals / assists, then you add the goals scored overall, and then you add, let's just say, yellow card, even a yellow cards overall, like 3.5 plus, you easily can go from like a 5 to instantly to like 40-50 instantly. Just need to find the right combination. Let's just put it that way. But not only football, NBA, well, basketball, let's just put it that way. Basketball, hockey, depending on what's on. Let's just put it that way. And sometimes something else on occasion, but overall not too much. Mostly football because I've been into football for all my life. Let's just put it that way. I've watched so many leagues. It's actually not funny. So I kind of am connected into all of this. So kind of also get away from it. Man, you are the real god for that. You have heart of gold. Yeah, that as like self standing on your own beliefs and not, well, let's just say not giving in to the temptation. It's one of the hardest things to do. Let's just put it that way. But looking at this back, sometimes I just cannot help but wonder what if. Let's just put it that way. And unless you can get past that what if scenario in your head and move on, you're kind of going to be screwed forever because it's going to haunt you like a nightmare. Nowhere. I'm definitely not. Must be some fraudulent graphics going around and that others have fed me. I would expect so, because didn't Arsenal play Real Madrid last year in April as well? Or something like that. Or was it March? Yeah, we played Real Madrid last year in April as well. We both won both games. Like, we won both games, April 5th and April 8th and 15th. So it's already in the bin. Much respect for you turning down the money. Yeah, true. But the thing is, stuff like this comes along, best case scenario 2 times in your life. Worst case scenario once in your life, if you work hard. I'm kind of worried that it's never going to happen again, at least in a positive way. Big up Animal Shorts. Big up, bro. Hope you're doing well. Even the top gooners I know on my social media haven't posted Arsenal nothing. Gee, to be proud of that. Nobody's proud of that. Even the tippity top gobble-gangers and everything, right? Even they are complaining. They are worried before City because Arteta came out with chest and said, yes, I'm on fire. We're going to fight with fire and everything. And then basically we do nothing on the pitch. So, yeah. Yeah, true, but we'll see. Big up. Big up, Kwame. Thank you for dropping by. Have a nice evening. Have a nice time. Big up, big up, big up. When we get cooked Sunday, I'll burn Oh, it's gonna be hella hectic. It's gonna be so hectic and it's gonna be so toxic in the fan base if we lose on Sunday. It will go to Wenger in, Wenger out days. When in the stand they were fighting, in the toilets they were fighting, outside the Emirates people were fighting. It's gonna go to those levels real goddamn quick. It's gonna be like 0 to 100 in a flash. Hockey's, yeah, like the issue is it's very good once you get into playoff. Once you get into playoffs. During the season, with all the shenanigans and everything that's going on, you're lucky if you hit, because you have to hit very specific instances then. Big up, Cooper. Big up. Smash the like, subscribe, and bless up, bro. Have a nice evening. Big up, awesome Mikel music in the building. Big up. Yeah, fight fire with fire at the end of the day, and Arteta fights fire, well, with boredom. Arteta tries to bore fire to death. Let's just put it that way. That's how it feels like, at least. Let's just say it as it is. Let's just look at this. Let's look. There are some things I want to discuss. Do I want to discuss them, realistically speaking? Not too much, but we're going to talk about them because there were some things that actually really caught me off guard. Let's just put it that way. They really, really did caught me off guard, and it's going to be very interesting if Arsenal, if this actually kind of works for Arsenal. Wait, let me put this properly on. There we go. So you're going to do a spin-off for this channel. You're going to be covering news, and or still just, I have no idea. If Arteta stays and Arsenal, let's just say Arsenal win nothing and Arteta stays, I have zero goddamn idea what I'm going to do with the channel. Absolutely zero. I don't think that far ahead. That is, as sad as it sounds, as I'm one of the most pedantic people you could possibly ever meet, that in terms of my own things and how I plan them, and what scenarios I have made out on paper, even about 3 to 10 of them, depending on the situation, right? For the channel so far, I have absolutely F all. Seriously. My plans for the future of this channel, for Arteta stays, are as invisible as Arsenal's attack. Let's just put it that way. Hockey is good if you can see the puck. Well, I would suggest watching hockey with your eyes open, but hey, maybe some people enjoy the smashing in the boards or puck hitting the post, because that metallic clink sound is fantastic in NHL, at least. What do you mean covering news? Like drama or crap like that? Sunday's so close already. It's crazy how close we are to Arsenal Man City game. It feels unreal to me. Yeah, it's 2 days and we're there. Speaking of this, by the way, obviously Arsenal yesterday played against against Sporting Lisbon. Guess what Man City did yesterday? Seriously, guess what Manchester City did yesterday? Any guesses? Any guesses? Seriously, any guesses what the Man City did yesterday while Arsenal were having a game in Champions League? Because it caught me a bit off guard, but at the same time, that was a very smart move. No, they didn't buy a dog. They are not zesty as hell. Pep Guardiola did this. Pep Guardiola has given his Manchester City players 2 days off, Tuesday and Wednesday, ahead of this weekend's massive title decider against Arsenal. The City squad were in yesterday for a light recovery session. That was on Monday. This tweet is from Tuesday, by the way. Meanwhile, Arsenal playing Champions League, tonight against Sporting. This is what Man City have done, basically. No, big up Lee. Let him watch it. I kind of don't wanna. Like, seriously, I don't wanna. If I can choose to move somewhere place else in terms of the channel, I'm more about that. I don't know. Like, The thing is, speaking about NBA on the channel in general, it's very, very challenging when you are from Europe because you are kind of caught in between two worlds, the past and the future. You are never spot on time because let's just say you live in the USA, game happens, right? You instantly can put out the video or start streaming it, right? Or you can do a watch along. Although watching NBA watch alongs, that would be dreary as hell, like 3 hour watch along. It is what it is. At the same time, you have to, or you can do for the future, but you're never gonna be in the moment unless, you stay up at 3 a.m. to watch the game and then instantly you upload a video. The issue with that is in 2 hours you have to get up for work. So, like, that is the biggest thing. I have following it most of the time. That's just me. Well, sorry. What else can I say? Something about balls. No. We're gonna get smoked. Maybe not smoked, but we're definitely not gonna do it. I knew it. It rests them, Pepe. Yeah, Pep is a master of that. Pep rests players throughout the whole season. It looks very nonchalant as well. Let's just put it that way. Some players start, some players don't, right? Some players they do, some players didn't, right? At the same time, he knows how to do it. Pep knows how to master the rotation to a degree where Man City tend to peak for the second part of the season when they have slow start of the season, right? Arsenal, on the other hand, they peak early and then they have a very dreary end of the season. And this is happening again right in front of our eyes, which is quite troublesome and quite worrisome. Let's just put it that way. Quite troublesome and quite worrisome, which definitely doesn't.
I think the impact on the first game that
Shut up. This definitely doesn't bode well in that regard. Let's just put it like that. Not just put it like that. Whoa, I clicked the wrong button. My bad. Look what Sporting Lisbon's captain, if I'm not mistaken, said about the game. Morten Hjulmand talked about the game yesterday after the match, after the loss, of course, and he said this: it was an even game today. It was a game with low intensity, low rhythm, zero balls, boring. I would say it's not the way Sporting wants to show itself. During the game, there were a lot of stops for set pieces. And this is what Arsenal does, to be honest. They slow down the game. There is low rhythm or low intensity in certain aspects of the game, not in general, but in certain aspects. They try to basically make the game kind of feel slow motion. Bore them to death, so to speak, right? There is nothing in it. That is the nuts part. And Hjulmand, summed it up quite perfectly. He summed it up quite perfectly. Let's just put it that way. Covering the news like your area, entertainment, crime, political, worldviews, etc., being opinion based on your, or just teleprompter style. Remember, truth be told, get a weather. No. I'm not getting into that. Let's just say this. There are certain things I can talk in real life one-on-one with people, but there are certain things I will never, ever, ever discuss in public unless, let's just say, my life depends on it, so to speak. And one of them is basically political stuff, worldviews, and stuff like that. Because you can say whatever you want, and half the world will be offended. And F that. I don't need that in my life. Let's just put it that way. Absolutely don't need it in my life at all. Let's just say it as it is. Entertainment, I don't know. Like, I was thinking about like doing maybe an NBA basketball channel, right? Maybe a Formula One channel. I don't know. Seriously, I absolutely don't know. Because let's just say this, by the way, back on this subject. Things you don't speak in public on streams too much unless you want to get into very heated and rough discussions. Politics, religion, and who's better, Messi or Ronaldo. Those three subjects. I can dig that. You seriously think you would like which part? Making videos, reviews for the past games, or video previews for the future games? Because NBA has stupid amount of teams. Let's just say it like that. And to cover every single game, it's not possible. To cover specific games, it's also very selective because certain teams just don't get the views. Let's just put it that way. Other teams get insane amount of views, right? It's a very, very hit and miss type of situation. Obviously, you get more views during the trades, during the off season when there is speculations of signings, salary cap, luxury tax, draft, mock draft, summer league, maybe at times. Maybe there is FIBA World Cup and everything. NBA players are there and everything. That stuff, yes. But overall, throughout the season, when every team plays 82 games, then they have to play about what? 1, 2, 3, about 35 more. Like, no thanks. That is the nuts part. Yeah, man, totally painful to upload the 3 a.m. video and a few hours later you go to work. I know, because in the period I stayed awake all night before going to work in the morning. It is. And I'm going to be honest through that right now in general. Because this week, starting Monday till today, till last night, so basically Sunday to Monday, Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday, well, basically 4 nights pretty much. Overall, throughout these 4 nights, I have slept about 5 hours, maybe 6, because I just cannot sleep. I don't know what is happening to me. I cannot fall asleep. I think we can agree Arsenal cannot play defensively against Atletico Madrid. Dude, like, no chance in hell. They need to play aggressive of their defensiveness will turn back on themselves. Oh, 100%. We cannot play defensive against Atletico Madrid, no matter how you look at it. The issue with that is Arteta will try it, and let's be real, Atletico Madrid's attack is 10 times more dangerous than Arsenal's attack. And that is going to be a big problem. But I felt like he didn't play Ryan Cherky a lot. They would have been way higher. I know what you mean. I understand. I absolutely understand. But under Pep Guardiola, like, it's basically you start. Pep tends to do this thing. He signs a player, he throws him into the deep end. First 2-3 games, you don't work out like how Pep expects it to do. You to basically work out. He benches you. You come off the bench on occasion. Maybe you start on occasion, but mostly you spend time training in the behind the scenes. And then when the time is right, when Pep feels like it, he unleashes you and you wreak havoc across the world. Let's just put it that way. Same thing happened like also with Foden. Haaland is a bit different specimen. Let's just put it that way. But in general, like Pep is the master of that. Here is my solution. Be optimistic that Arsenal will win the season. That way you can continue your channels originally planned. Arsenal can do it. Wait, what? I don't get it. What? Become a top gunner? I'd rather chew bricks than become a top gunner. Seriously. I'd rather chew bricks, wrestle alligator naked, sniff broken glass, or drink, I don't know, or drink my 80-year-old neighbor's pepper spray. Did you see Thierry Henry laughing? He knows we are cooked. Yep. Henry also called this out. He called Arsenal out after Bournemouth game, and he also called Arsenal out to a degree about yesterday's game as well. When he said, when you speak like that in the press conferences about fire, about the passion, about the commitment and everything, and you deliver basically zombie football. No. This is not happening. Yeah, that's how it also feels to me. Atletico Madrid seems wild, very aggressive and attacking. Yeah, those guys for Diego Simeone literally are ready to go to war. fully on every single day of their lives. They live, stand, and fall by the club, by the badge, and by the manager. No excuses. Unfortunately, at Arsenal, well, we don't see that. Let's be real. Then a teleprompter style show would suit you more, covering already news, chosen topics, and the weather lady. You'll even get the line before the Arsenal. To be honest, let's just put it that way. I could wear a wig. I have a wig, by the way, a pink one. Ironically enough, I have a pink wig. I could pretend I'm also the weather girl. Nah, that sounds hella sus, hella haram, and all this stuff. No. Let's move on. Haaland, AK, Vigo. Oh, he's gonna score a hat trick, isn't he, on Sunday? But the question is, will Arteta demand Arsenal to aggressively attack, or will Arsenal be defensive again? When have you seen Arsenal be openly aggressive at Etihad? Or at Anfield, mind you? Like, seriously. Yeah. Rather do that than become a top gooner. Big up, Havertz. Big up. Bro, we are so much struggling with Sporting. Yeah, that was bad. That was genuinely bad and painful, to say the least. Genuinely bad. By the way, anyone seen this crap? This tifo, by the way, right? History is in our... something like that. Right? Why the hell there's Noni, Madueke, and Odegaard on the thumbnail? Okay, Odegaard, technically speaking, he's the captain, right? Why is Madueke on the tifo? Why? Serious talk, why? What has he done to deserve a tifo, even? What has he done to deserve a tifo? Mr. Robo's 100 Gorillas content. Yeah, maybe like plushie toy gorillas, that could work. City will get... Wait, what? Pause. You buried that part of the wig. I don't have to. It's not mine, first of all. It's my girlfriend's. There was an office party at her work. They had to dress up, and she bought a wig and the dress and everything, which was some sort of a character from some TV show she liked. Well, something rather like that, basically. Another soap I don't watch, basically, right? So I have it, but she has it. But basically, we have it at home. But let's be real, I'm not going to present any shows in pink wig. Let's just put it that way. I feel in the... nose is hell itchy as well. Freaking hell. I feel in their City will lose and same points in the league is going to champs. We are not good enough to win. So at the end, we don't have anything unless some miracle happens. It feels that way. There needs to be a massive miracle. Massive miracle out of nowhere for something like that to happen. Arteta and attack shouldn't even be in the same... It's not in the same sentence. Never seen this. Like... This is like the mystery of the unicorn. Let's just put it that way. The Loch Ness Monster. Do aliens really exist? Was the moon landing real or fake? What really happened behind closed doors in Mikel Arteta and Josh Kroenke discussions? Stuff like that. Never really, but Arteta maybe will change his tactics against City and let's go Madrid. That's very wishful thinking when 6.5 years in the making, nothing has happened of that sort. Plus, when we signed Gyökeres, everyone said, oh, Arteta will change his style right now to accumulate Gyökeres to suit him, to make him look better with his hair flicks, and his bone cheeks are going to look better when he scores the goal than ever. And everything, right? And nothing of that has happened. Arteta, the winger whisperer, as they called him. Oh, look what he did with Raheem Sterling. He made Raheem Sterling who he is these days and all this stuff. Everything he has done to wingers at Arsenal is ruined them. What wing whisperer we are talking about here? Apologize to Noni. Remember that one? Well, no chance in hell. Surprised he let Ryan Cherky express himself. Didn't do that with Grealish. Yeah, but at least he learns as well. He definitely has learned from his mistakes. Pep Guardiola before. Also, Turkey is a bit different type of profile player. They don't have that type of unexpected playmaker, which Turkey does very, very well. Plus, Turkey can score some nice goals. They needed that because Bernardo Silva is washed. Let's be real. So he slots into that place perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. And with Pep's system, how everyone's moving, running into spaces and moving around, Turkey just needs to lift his head and just give the right pass at the right time, and it's done. Positive is we have the best defense in Europe. Technically, yes. But also, I would say we have caught life so many times, it's actually not even funny. Big up, Godfrey. Big up, Godfrey. Hope you're doing well today. Michael Arteta Jr., I have a dream that one day we will score a goal. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna score a goal, guys. Don't forget, guys. This is a light bulb and this is a rabbit or a duck, guys. Let's go. Your Never Walk Alone is playing on the speakers, and we are at Anfield. Come on, guys. Let's do this, guys. No flashy passing. No. Back to the basics. Pass and move. Pass and move, guys. Here come the pickpockets. They will take your money. All good, guys. Don't worry. We're gonna move on. Just pass and move. Wait, he's How about a review channel then, or investigation channel? You are all about conspiracies, aren't you? Seriously, because this would stir up so much stuff. It's actually one thing I really don't want to do in this regard about, to be honest, anything to a degree, because one of these things, like even if you talk about a tiny bit, will cause the stir up. You can talk about anything, right? So to speak, freedom of speech and crap like that, right? At the same time, you pick the one, you have to only pick one subject and it can go anywhere, which is the beauty of the thing, right? But it can go so badly wrong. Like, I want to do something I am familiar with. I like, because I am one of those people who doesn't do things if he's not interested in them. Seriously. If I don't care about that, I'm not going to do it. Ever. Because my philosophy, how I do my things in life, how I get further in life, and how I achieve stuff in life is, if I can do it for 100 and 120% of investing myself into it, I'm good. If I even have to give 99, not 100, I'm not going to do it. Because I know that 1% will be holding me back more than the 99% are going to push me forward at the end of the day. So unless I can push myself to basically give everything and more, I'm not going to do it. Never have, never will. Bro, Sterling was such a Yeah, well, Arteta, the winger whisperer, remember those ones? Big up money, big up. Unai Emery showing his former club and his successor at Arsenal how to play in European quarterfinal. Yeah, Unai Emery knows how to do. Unai Emery is a very good cup coach, especially in Europe. He is just walking them, dogging them, and absolutely annihilating them. I'm telling you this right now. Don't be surprised if, let's just say, final of the Europa League is gonna be Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa. Don't be surprised at all. One of my favorite YouTubers, Latvian, is funny. What did I do? Seriously, what the hell did I do right now? It's bad enough I'm getting bantered by a Wizards fan and Washington Bullets that are shooting blanks, and Wizards that are muggles, and all this stuff. Washington Capitals, they are not so capital anymore. They're cursives or something like that. Like, I don't know. I'm getting bantered by a freaking Wizards fan. Did you see Arteta say he's created history by Arsenal getting to 3 quarterfinals in a row and 2 Champions League finals? He hasn't gone to a Champions League final yet, ever. First things first. He has gone to 2 semifinals, though. See what happens. Can he get past Atletico Madrid? Remember last year, we all said that Real Madrid would be a better opponent than Atletico Madrid. Right? This year, well, there's no escaping Atletico Madrid. Let's see what that happens. Look, man, we'll have a field. Yeah, Lookman is going to run wild. What you going to do, brother, when Lookman Mania runs wild on you? Seriously, the Arsenal ball is a lot of... Yeah, Exactly. Arsenal's record in semifinals is sheer pain and disappointment because Arteta has been to countless semifinals and right with Arsenal, so to speak, countless, like figuratively speaking, countless, right? Since winning the FA Cup, he has won one semi-final, and that was to get to Carabao Cup final where he lost. If you take that out of the equation, he's been to like what, 8 semi-finals? He has played 8 or 10 semi-finals games. He has 0 wins, 2 draws, and about 6 or 7 losses with 3 goals scored, from which one was a penalty. Like that alone, semi-final record is something that's making me scared shitless. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way. 5%. You speaking beer or what? I feel with Simba, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié, that's for sure the best back line. Well, there's no Timber for us. Gabriel is a bit hee ha. Saliba has lost something. Hincapié just come back from injury. It's gonna be very rough for us. Very rough. Big up, JT. Big up, JT. The saddest thing is I run some possible predictions in the Telltale Race app. Even if we lose, we have a great chance to win the league. Yes, we do. Because we are still 3 points clear. And we have easier last games than City does. The problem is we at least could have kept the form from first half. We can't. This team is built in a way where we peak early and then we hope that we can see it out till the end of the season. City's team is built that they struggle. They pick up the form slowly, steadily. The beginning they might struggle. In the end of the season, they look like a well-oiled machine, unstoppable. I think they can't be in a final together. I don't know, but I don't know how the bracket looks, to be honest. Wait, Europa League playoff bracket. How the bracket looks? Oh, the semi-final. The semi-final, well, quarterfinal, semi-final of the Europa League can be Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa. It's going to be Aston Villa. And the other semi-final will be Freiburg versus, at the moment, looking at things, Real Betis. Yes, they cannot meet in the final, but they can get in the semi-final. Big up, coach. Hope you're doing well today, brother. Big up. Sadly, Rob, Villa, and Forest are due to meet in the semis. Yes, big up. I just checked. I'm behind the chat a tiny bit. Things the stairs they are, but we will have an English finalist. Yeah, exactly. At least somewhere we will. To be honest, in Conference League, we also could have an English finalist if Crystal Palace do their job. Oh, they're 1-3-0 at Selhurst Park, so they should be good. Let's just say it as it is. They should be good. Some goodness, always enjoy your streams. Hold on, what? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Yeah. Timber will lock up Lookman when he's back. Timber needs to be back first to even think about touching grass. He's not even in the training yet. 10 likes, people. Keep smashing them. Keep smashing them. Big up, people. It helps a lot as well. I'm even tempted to say if Arsenal pass the semi-finals, they'll even win the Champions League. Oh, bro. I'm not getting that far ahead at all. I still need to survive till first semi-final game. Let's just say it as it is. Because we still have City, Newcastle, something like that. You still trust? Yeah, coach. You still trust Arteta? Freiburg could meet Real Betis another. Yeah, Hector Bellerin and Betis could prove to be a tough. Dude, Bellerin has won more trophies than he has won at Arsenal, hasn't he? Aston Villa definitely winning, and Top Gooners owe him a big apology. Oh, 100%. 100%. It's a bluff. What is? Robagini lamp handler. Yeah, basically, yeah. Arsenal, if they get past Atleti, they're gonna win it. I'm not too sure about that one, Chief. Let's just put it that way. Not too sure about that one, Chief. By the way, some very yeah, as well as that mother, yeah, and Forest still are doing good. Forest still are doing their job. They're looking very solid. They're grinding it out. Let's just put it that way. But to be honest, also understandable. They would not want, like I wouldn't want to play. I have played, unfortunately, but I would not want. I would not wish it upon anyone to play on the same day or the next day or even the second to the next day on the day when one of your family members has passed away. That definitely I do not to anyone. Big up, Tipsy. Big up, big up, big up. Arsenal's life attack is on life support. That is best case scenario. That's very mildly put, to be honest. Very mildly put. Watched last 20 minutes of game and I could tell it was boring game. Like, the nuts part is my colleague, right, who's a Liverpool fan, he didn't watch the game. He watched the Real Madrid game, right? Obviously. He didn't watch the game. He checked the stats and said, well, Arsenal, again, they were useless, right? Like, it goes without saying. If you have one shot on target in about 100 minutes of the game, like, it's been useless. I think Forest will beat us now. We don't, man, and in Bednarek can do an own goal. We'll see. Forest will beat us now. Hold on. Yeah, I think so. You're down to 10 men. Forest are at home. They're cruising nicely. If it was not Bednarek, right? If it was not Bednarek who got the red card, but someone like Steins or William Gomes, maybe then. But since Bednarek has taken the red, yeah, it's a bit rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit rough. Saying that, just putting it out there, I'm gonna put it out there. Don't be surprised if in second half it's still 1-0. It's about 70th minute. Pepe comes on and he scores the tying goal. Don't be surprised about that one though. Prediction for Sunday? I haven't survived that far yet. Haven't thought that far yet, to be honest. Although Sunday is literally in 3 days. But I have not thought about it too much. I will say 3-1 City. And this is insane on this channel, by the way. This is insane on this channel because this is the first time, I think, in this channel's history, and for me as an Arsenal fan to a degree, where I have predicted an Arsenal loss. I never predict Arsenal losses. Draw, yes. Win, yes. Losses, never. But I don't have the trust, the belief in this team. The expectations from this game are so high that Arsenal are going to fold. I fully believe so. I don't trust him no more, but I love this club. Backing on our badge, we are the Gunners. We need the fear factor. Forget Cavara, buy Mbappe, and Guimaraes, and Coyote, and Alvarez. I don't want, you can do that on Football Manager or in, FIFA, EFC or whatever is it right now. Otherwise, no. Arsenal gonna come back their way to a final. I don't think we're gonna get past Atletico Madrid. Simeone has too much of the dark arts, so to speak. Simeone has way too much of the dark arts. Let's just say it as it is. Arsenal will win at some point. The question is win. Even Tottenham and Harry Kane won a trophy thing. Yeah, but that might be without Arteta though. Yes and no. He's getting some hate. He's getting too much hate, which is not valid. Is it his fault? About 10%. 90% is on the manager and the team. Coach still thinks we're gonna win the quad. And Serum will come out and try to shake Liverpool and other English teams, saying that they are Champions League semi. I don't even want to listen to that anymore. Do you think Arteta should be in prison? Nah. By the way, we are putting any blame on Berta for Madueke. I get that Arteta's bad nose for players chose him, but Berta should never let. Yeah, I get it, but maybe it's just Berta gave Arteta just enough rope to hang himself. He bought Arteta everyone he wanted. Now it's sink or swim. If you sink, well, peace out. We're gonna cook City. Trust the process. Nah, the process is at Celtic. No thanks. Back to the second half. See you soon. Big up, Manny. Big up. Enjoy the game. He's been man for the Manforsons didn't want him the first after his failed run on loan. I think at Alves it was, but yeah, I get it. Yeah, and we thrashed PSG and Co in the league phase, and then they basically put us in our place. Just relax. Knockout games are a completely different animal to the league games. It's gonna park the bus versus park the cargo ship, basically. Yeah, Arsenal are gonna park the bus, the tank, the truck, their grandma, sister, brother, mother, cousin, aunt, win the dog, the pickpockets, and everyone else. Let's be real. I think that the team that's gonna win the game on Sunday is going to win the league. But yeah, big up, people. If you haven't already, smash the likes and subscribe. Unfortunately, the time has come for me to go. Unfortunately, I didn't wanna, but I kind of have to. Let's just put it that way. So for today, I'm gonna be signing off. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day. See you all tomorrow. And hopefully we get some positive news very soon regarding Arsenal. But for now, I'm going to go try and get some sleep. Finally, for the first time this week. Take care and cheers.